The glute bridge with abduction with 2 feet is a bodyweight fitness exercise that primarily targets the glutes, hips, and core muscles. In this exercise, you lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the ground. Then, you raise your hips off the ground while simultaneously pushing your knees out to the sides, engaging your gluteus medius muscles. This movement strengthens the glutes, improves hip stability and mobility, and helps prevent knee injuries. The dumbbell kneeling squat is a lower body exercise that targets the quads, glutes, and core muscles. To perform this exercise, start by kneeling on the ground with your knees hip-width apart and your toes pointing straight ahead. Hold a dumbbell in each hand and position them at shoulder height. From this position, lower your body down as if you were doing a traditional squat, keeping your chest up and your back straight. Once your thighs are parallel to the ground, pause for a moment, then push back up to the starting position. The dumbbell curtsy lunge is a lower body exercise that targets the glutes, hips, and thighs. To perform this exercise, stand with your feet hip-width apart and hold a dumbbell in each hand at your sides. Step your right foot diagonally behind your left foot, crossing your right leg behind your left, and bend both knees as if you were curtsying. Make sure to keep your chest up, your back straight, and your knees pointing in the same direction as your toes. Push through your left heel to return to the starting position, then repeat on the other side. This exercise is great for building lower body strength, improving balance, and toning the glutes and thighs. The dumbbell lunge alternating on the spot is a lower body exercise that targets the quads, hamstrings, and glutes. To perform this exercise, stand with your feet hip-width apart and hold a dumbbell in each hand at your sides. Take a step forward with your right foot, bending both knees and lowering your body down towards the ground. Make sure to keep your chest up, your back straight, and your front knee pointing in the same direction as your toes. Push through your front heel to return to the starting position, then repeat on the other side. Alternate legs and keep lunging in place for the desired number of repetitions. The box jump is a plyometric exercise that targets the lower body, particularly the glutes, hamstrings, and quadriceps. To perform this exercise, start by standing in front of a sturdy box or platform at a comfortable distance. With your feet shoulder-width apart, bend your knees and swing your arms back to gain momentum. Jump explosively onto the box, landing softly with both feet and extending your hips and knees fully. Step down carefully and repeat for the desired number of repetitions. Lunge Alternating Step Up is a lower body exercise that targets the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings. To perform this exercise, start by standing in front of a bench or elevated platform. Place your right foot on the bench and step up, driving through your right heel and lifting your left foot off the ground. Once you've fully extended your right leg, lower yourself back down to the ground, stepping back with your left foot. Repeat on the other side, stepping up with your left foot this time. Alternate legs and repeat for the desired number of repetitions. Jump squats are a bodyweight exercise that targets the lower body, particularly the quadriceps, glutes, and calves. To perform this exercise, start by standing with your feet shoulder-width apart and your toes pointing slightly outward. Lower yourself down into a squat position, keeping your chest up and your back straight. From this position, jump explosively into the air, extending your hips and knees fully. Land softly on the ground and immediately lower yourself back down into a squat, then jump again. Repeat for the desired number of repetitions. Make sure to keep your knees pointing in the same direction as your toes and land softly to prevent injury. The chair elevated single leg glute bridge is a lower body exercise that targets the glutes and hamstrings. To perform this exercise, start by lying on your back on the ground with your arms at your sides and your heels on the edge of a chair or bench. Lift one leg off the ground and extend it straight up towards the ceiling. From this position, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, driving through your heel and squeezing your glutes at the top of the movement. Lower yourself back down to the ground and repeat for the desired number of repetitions before switching legs. Make sure to keep your hips level and your core engaged throughout the movement to prevent excessive arching of the lower back. The chair Feet Elevated Glute Bridge is a bodyweight exercise that targets the glutes and hamstrings. To perform this exercise, start by sitting on the ground with your feet on the edge of a chair or bench, your knees bent, and your hands on the ground behind you for support. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling, driving through your heels and squeezing your glutes at the top of the movement. Lower yourself back down to the ground and repeat for the desired number of repetitions. This exercise is great for building glute and hamstring strength, improving hip stability, and enhancing core activation. Make sure to keep your feet stable on the chair and your core engaged throughout the movement to prevent excessive arching of the lower back.